Alright guys, back again. The wife got me going to the store. A normal little grocery store down the street. Make some tacos tonight, so I gotta go pick some shells and some hamburger meat up. I got the sauce and stuff already. Yeah, so I'm about to head in town, grab a few items, talk about the V5 a little bit, some Rumble V5. My main thing is it going to meet expectations? Is it going to meet expectations with what I have said on it? I mean, I'm thinking it's the V5. I mean, you know, it's a motorcycle. It's not an e-bike, and I know it's going to be fast, a lot heavier. I think it's about 240 pounds. Then with adding me on there, I'm another 220. So it's a heavy bike. I think I can go in town and maybe touch the highway a lot. Might go bowling and stuff like that. I think it's going to be a good little nice little addition to my stable of bikes I have already. Yeah, but it took me a while to bite the bullet to get the V5 because I was so close at purchasing the V4. I think they maybe had like 2 bikes available last June. And I kind of waited around because I was still kind of nervous about getting them. Not, that's a lot of chunk of money just to throw at something. And I waited a little too long. Then I finally decided to purchase one, the V4. They had one left, and my buddy bought it. He also administration John Vincent. He bought it, and so I was kind of left out to dry. I see it as a sign I didn't need to get one, but Lord and behold. Rama had hit me back, Mr. Wooden hit me back and told me that the V5 was coming out soon. I should have waited. Might as well just go ahead and wait and get that. And I was like, hey, we'll see. But then the pre-orders that came around by August, September for the V5, but they were still saying it's gonna be this year before they actually come out. So I didn't feel like having pretty much $6,500 just tied into a bike that wasn't gonna be out no time soon, and I'm glad I didn't, because I mean, you know, look at now. We in August, we in July, and they told us shipping in July back in April when I first purchased the bike. So now they saying we'll try to end the shipping in this month, and maybe we get a shipping notification in August, whatever. So you know, so I ain't too much worried about it now because I'm kind of busy with my refereeing and football season finna start back. I'm also a coach and stuff, so I was like, so that one night in April, I was just sitting there looking, I'm like, should I get the V5? The video had dropped, what it's gonna look like. You know, I get, I mean, good, marketing is really good, you know, and like man, the owner, he's pretty cool with me and stuff. He was like, I get you in the top 7, you get one of the first bikes come out. So he sent me an invoice, and I went on and decided to purchase it. And you know, it still had going back and forth with it, because the more and more I have the Bomber e-bike and the Onyx, the more and more I like those. But you know, you can't travel this far, because you know they literally bicycles, they're not motorcycles. And I kind of want me a motorcycle, and go some motorcycle trips with some of my friends and stuff. You know, it's a motorcycle. You know, something different. So I'm gonna go get my license probably one day this week. I've been studying for the test and stuff, so I've been looking over some stuff for it so I can go and get it. But as far as accessories, I ain't really bought in the accessories right now. I'm more looking at getting the bike, get close, and when shipping come, I probably gonna order me some side mirrors. Again, I already got everything I got already. I got the helmet, got my gloves, got the vest, got the bike, the bag and stuff, so ain't much stuff that I really need right now. So I'm kind of just sitting back on it and trying to see whenever I get close to being here, I'll go ahead and order some material for the bike. Yeah, but see, I'm at the store right down the street from the house, not too far. Like I said, we're gonna be a super long video, more how I decide to get the get the Rumble e-bike, the Rumble motorcycle. I mean, you know, I always like to run the product. They always have a unique look. It's like a future bike. A lot of people are like, oh, it look kind of different. I'm like, yes, it's a future. And I wanted a future type realistic bike. And then I decided to go with that. And on top of that, when I looked at the Zero motorcycle, that thing was too high. The one I wanted was super extremely high. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm in the grocery store. You can see me walk in the grocery store to get some stuff in. Get my mask on and stuff. You know, I'm recording still, so I ain't want to stop it and keep going. More and more I get comfortable with this camera situation, I know what to do more then. Yeah, but so that's why I decided to go the Rumble. It was a lot cheaper. By the time Rumble do come out with the bike, it gonna go up to about $8,500. Think about it, I paid $6,000 for it, so it's like, hey, get it while it was lower. A lot of people like, oh, that still ain't that cheap. It's better than $8,000, and it's a motorcycle. Think about it, it gonna sell itself. If I ever decide, I'm probably never gonna sell it, but if I ever decide to sell it, that bike gonna sell itself. I'm gonna go to a lot of like meets and stuff. People gonna see it, and that's how it sell itself. But I don't think I'm gonna sell it. I go back and forth about selling the Bummer e-bike. I was talking to one of my buddies in my group. It's hard to sell that bike. Like I said, more and more you ride it, more and more you want to keep it. So that's a hard bike to sell. You don't want to sell your bike, especially you spend the money on it. You got to wait, because that Bummer e-bike took 2 months and some change to get here. So anybody that gonna get it from me, they gonna pay for that wait. Cause you buy it from me, you ain't gotta wait. But if you go get it from them, you gonna wait 2.5 months pretty much. Cause none of them bikes are really popular now. Everybody talking about them. So if you get one from me, you gonna have to wait. You know, so I tell anybody, man, you know, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. None of this type of stuff be cheap. Yeah, and that's why I decided to go with the Rumble, because the Rumble a little more cheaper. And not saying it's cheap build, it's just cheaper for us in price. And if you always get stuff early, you always get a discount on it. So I decided to go with it earlier. I didn't want to overthink it and mess around and miss getting it again. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and bite that bullet and go ahead and pick it up. And like I said, I know it's taking time. I know with all the strains on stuff, I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up because it's something I wanted. And I don't like to second guess myself a lot on stuff, because you know, you only live once and you don't live forever. So if something in life you want, you better get it. Yeah, so that's the reason why I got it. You know, everybody got their own little reason why they get stuff and buy stuff. But as far as me, the Rumble, it looked like a bike a future bike. You know, I can get in that bike and ride. It's gonna turn heads. That's another reason, man. You know, it's gonna be a head turner. And also they put the bigger wheels on there, so you know it can handle the highway a lot more better. So I feel more comfortable getting on the road with it and stuff. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I got it. So let me check out this register. If I don't think I'm crazy, I'm gonna talk to myself. Good. Like this. Oh yeah, yeah. And that's why I like it, man. Like I said, you see that guy looking at it right now. He's looking at the Onyx. People are always interested in these unique type bikes and stuff. So think about the Rumble when I ride that. So well, people gonna be a lot of eye turner. And that's not really the reason I get it for people. Get it for myself, you know. When I grew up You know, we wasn't the richest family in the world. We didn't have much. So anytime I got opportunity to buy stuff, make me feel good just for myself, I buys it. I mean, I won't second guess myself at all. You know, I remember times in life where I didn't have it, was able to buy stuff. So now I can actually do stuff, and I work a lot. Tell people all the time I work. I'm a teacher, I coach 2 sports, and also I officiate on the side. So my officiating still kind of take care of my toys. And I make pretty good doing that. So the reason I'm able to buy a lot of stuff, I don't sit around with a handout or looking to find ways to maneuver folks and stuff. I buy my own stuff, and I go out there and go get it and go to work. I mean, I can make a couple grand a month if I just really want to and push myself. But I'm not gonna do that. It's like side money. Like this Thursday, I'm gonna go make me a little money calling some softball game. All this little money I'm making now is just for me to, when I get the Rumble, I can do it. And I ain't do no plan with the Rumble. I pay cash for that. I send them an invoice and I pay cash. You wanna know, or you do a certain Clara plan or something. I don't like doing plans on toys. I feel like it's a toy, I'm gonna go ahead and pay cash for it, don't get it out the way. And again, it don't hurt you. Again, I have so many different assets. I have a Mustang. You see in my yard, I got a truck, I got a Marauder. I got plenty of toys, I got plenty of stuff. So I work hard to pay for that stuff. Over time, I paid for it. So the Rumble is like another toy to me. It's not gonna hurt me no kind of way. I'm gonna be living still the same, still eating good, still buying more toys. I got a pre-order for that Super 73 C1X. See, now they told us last year more and more about that bike gonna come out this year, and we heard nothing for that bike. And that's the reason why I'm thinking more and more I might end up declining my order for that bike, because look how long it's taking for Lyric Cycle, and look how long it's taking for Rumble, for them bikes to come out. And they telling you right now it's gonna be next year, but what happens? Something happened with the economy. It could be another 6 months or so. They tell you next June they're gonna start shipping bikes. Man, it'll be before September, November before you get that bike. So, and I was looking at that bike before I looked at the Rumble. But the Rumble looked more like a motorcycle. That Super 73 C1X, it looked more like a e-bike a little bit to me. So that's the reason why I decided to kind of go with the Rumble. And again, RJ being real cool. RJ is the owner of Rumble. We talk all the time. We text and talk. And him and Dustin, man, Dustin run the Rumble Motor group on Facebook. So I'm running 2 different groups on Facebook. One for Rumble, one for like all e-bikes. So I do talk to a lot of the CEO company people about suggestions for the bikes and stuff. So if you have any questions about the bikes, any specific questions, if you can't reach out to those guys, just let me know. I can shoot them a text, because they know who I am. I can shoot them a text and let you know as far as any like expectation you expect of the bike. And again, the Onyx is still one of my favorite bikes. And I was told from Dennis, he used to run the other Rumble group, that if I like the Onyx, you surely gonna like the Rumble. And he was talking more about the V4. I remember I'm getting the V5. And that's gonna be a unique bike, and that's the screensaver as far as my channel, the V5 bike. And I'm gonna kind of help push the company up, and possibly one day I might end up getting the Apex. Once I see it get out really good and stuff, I end up getting the Apex. I'm about to put some extra work in because can't get Apex in a Telluride, but I know I'm gonna get either or of them. I'm pulling back at the house. You know, you're gonna see this a lot. Since I'm doing my little riding videos, pull back at the house, got the garbage can outside, the wife, I made it home. Gotta get in there and cook these tacos for dinner. And she's a 12-month employee, so I'm off in the summertime, so I got a lot of free time. But again, Tank Toys is out. Catch me for the next video.